Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 989 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today I am so excited to try out the Ciate London Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. So this is the product that I chose in my October 2020 Ipsy Glam Bag Plus bag. Well, one of the 3 products that I chose, and I was really excited to see this as an option because I love watermelon and I love primers, and Ciate London has become a brand that I have also learned to love. At first, some of their products weren't working out well for me, but lately I have been loving their products. And it's supposed to be hydrating and pore refining, which are 2 qualities that I really look for in my primer because those will definitely target my skin concerns. This has a retail value of $28 and it's also vegan and cruelty free, so I love that. It has hyaluronic acid and vitamin C. I also really love those ingredients in my skincare and my primers, my makeup, anything that I put on my face really. And I like the packaging. Of course I like it because it's pink, but then this seems really big and it's cool. It looks like it has little beads of a sort in it. Let's see. Oh, great. And I love that it's a pump. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little onto my finger. Just take 1 pump. See, I don't notice a scent right away. Maybe a little bit. A little bit of a sweet watermelon scent. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and apply it to just 1/2 of my face to start. This way I can tell if there's any difference in how my skin looks. Ooh, it feels really nice. It's that gel texture, but it's like a thin gel. So it's super easy to blend on the skin and it feels really nice. Definitely feels hydrating. And I think it looks hydrating as well. It leaves a little bit of sheen on the skin and it kind of dries down and absorbs in like a serum, which I really like. And then it leaves a little bit of tackiness, not too tacky, but a little bit of tackiness. So hopefully that'll be really good for making my foundation stick onto it. Yeah, you can definitely notice the glow and sheen on the skin with it versus without it. And visibly looking at my pores right now, they don't look any different. They don't look smaller or anything like that, but we'll see when I apply the foundation if my pores look any smoother. So what I think I'm actually going to do is just leave the primer on 1/2 of my face and I'll apply the foundation all over so then we can see if there's any difference. So whenever I review a primer, I use the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation because this foundation seriously changes depending on the primer. It can look glowy, it can look matte, it can look smooth, it can look cakey. It really just all depends on how my skin and primer is underneath it. So that's very interesting, but we'll see how it does. The foundation right away seems to be sticking on to the primer really well. Like I can feel a little bit of like stickiness as I'm applying it, which I like. That means that my foundation is really gripping onto that primer. I'm getting as much coverage as possible. And it is looking smooth. But it's not looking very glowy anymore. It actually looks almost mattified now. Not like a dry matte. Smooth matte, but not any shine anymore. I also don't notice it looking super smooth over my pores. There's no cakiness, no dryness, so it just looks like skin. It doesn't look like foundation at all, and I love that. I love when my foundation is undetectable. Okay, flipping my sponge around, and now I'm going to go ahead and apply the foundation to the other half of my face. This side, since there's no tackiness, no primer to grip to, I feel like the foundation just disappears. Like I get way less coverage because the foundation needs something to grip to. So I end up using a lot more foundation when I don't have a primer for it to stick onto. So I'm just layering up more product, trying to get the coverage. I also noticed the foundation slipping and kind of moving around as I'm trying to blend it without the primer. Yeah, you just save time and you save product when you use the primer. So yeah, it's interesting that there's not any more glow, hydration look to how the foundation looks with the primer versus without it. This side of my face feels more hydrated, so I mean, at least there's that, that's good. And it's kind of hard to tell, but on the side without the primer, the foundation is settling into the fine lines, whereas with the primer, it's not settling into the fine lines at all. And now for my pores, it really did not seem to smooth out my pores. The texture of my large pores looks the same with and without the primer. So I like this primer. I like how the foundation looks more on the side with the primer, but it's nothing too dramatic. Aside from hydrating my skin underneath and making the foundation stick on better, which that is a big deal, it didn't change how the foundation looks. Like, it didn't add glow or hydration. It didn't smooth out the pores. So all in all, I would say I like this primer, but I'm not amazed, in love with it, blown away by it like I have been from other primers. I'll use it, especially when I want to add hydration, but if I'm trying to get glowy skin or cover up my pores, which that is often what I want to do, I'm gonna have to reach for other primers instead or along with this one. So I would love to know in the comments down below your thoughts on the Ciate London Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. And thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.